Welcome back. As I mentioned in previous videos, I've discovered a few new bots on chess.com, and I've played and beat the first two. Today I'm going to try the third one, which is Freddy. It says Freddy is a chess hustler from New York City. He makes his living hustling in the parks, but runs away when he loses a big bet. That's why he always wears his favorite tracksuit. I've never played a chess hustler, but it says he's rated 1325, and it makes sense that he has the United States flag if he is from New York City. I assume he's also in New York City. All the chess hustlers I've heard of are in New York City, although I'm sure there's probably some somewhere else. Anyway, let's play, let the computer choose the colors. I don't always beat bots rated 1300 and higher, so I might not win this one. I'm starting with the black pieces, and Freddy has opened with the Goddess opening, is what it says there at the upper right. I'm not sure what to do about that. I'm going to take the center, and I think I'm going to start with e5. Basically, looks like Freddy is playing the reverse Scandinavian with d4 here, except he's already got another pawn out. So in the Scandinavian, white is supposed to take that d pawn, but I don't know if that's the case here. But I'm going to do it, and we'll see what happens if that queen comes out. The queen did not come out. Okay, this almost looks like the Smith-Morra gambit or something, where they try to gambit another pawn. Could I just protect that pawn? Well, no, because then they would take it, and I would take it, and they could still take this one. I could protect that pawn, but the same thing happens. I can't protect it, so I might as well take that one too. Okay, and now white has a lead in development, which is not a surprise because white usually has a lead in development. Can I get this bishop out first and then move this pawn up and get the other bishops out? Let's do that and see what happens here. Okay, the queen has come out. I can protect the bishop and attack the queen by playing knight to c3 and lost my rook, looks like. All right. Well, I can check and protect the rook and take the knight at the same time, but then I assume the queen will come back and get my bishop, and then I won't be able to protect that rook. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, the pawn took. Okay. Well, then I can't protect the rook. Okay. Can I? Oh, wait. I can do this to protect the rook. Right? And then trade this way? Okay. Now, I don't want to castle over there, but I wasn't thinking about castling over there anyway. I was thinking about getting my light-squared bishop out and castling here. Except as soon as I move my light-squared bishop, I will lose the b-pawn because that rook has moved over. Okay, so should I fianchetto it then? This way. And then long castle. Don't know. Because this is the strangest opening I've seen in a while. I can attack the rook, but I don't think that's a really good idea. I'm going to go ahead and fianchetto my light-squared bishop, and then I'm going to long castle. It looks like if that gets one square forward, I can just take it, and then my rook will be on an open file. Let's do it. Now my rooks are connected. I have open files for my rooks. That knight is hanging, and if I move it, my rook is hanging. Wow. Can I protect that? No, not really. Well, I can attack my opponent's rook. Then I'll take the rook. And if they take mine, they did not. But they're going to take one of my rooks and then lose the bishop. Should I let them choose the rook? Don't know. And should I trade off my bishop for that knight? I don't think so. I kind of like the bishop here. Whichever rook, if I move one of the rooks right now, then it's going to have to move again to protect the other rook, right? I mean, to take back on the other rook. So I guess I might as well play a pawn move here. Like keep that pawn from coming any further and see which rook. Oh, they did not choose a rook. Okay. Well, then I'll move this one and see if they take the other one. They did not. Okay. I'm assuming that's the point at which the bot has blundered. Now my rooks are not in danger from that bishop anymore, but I am down a pawn. I did notice that my opponent undeveloped the knight, which looks like a blunder. The bot's trying to give me chances. I just apparently don't know what to do with these chances. I have rooks on open files or semi-open files, but not sure what to do with them. I think, should I protect this pawn? No, nothing's coming after that pawn. I want to put this rook here, which is a light square, and then push that pawn. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Let's try that. And then see where the bishop goes, because it can't stay where it is. It went back one. Okay, so now it's pointing at this pawn doing nothing. Also, now I have two pieces pointed at that square. I think I can take that pawn. So now we are even on material. Have I lost already? I don't know. But it looks like we're even on material. Well, I don't want to check because the knight just came from there. So I think I want to bring my rook back. I don't know how far though. I don't want to put it here because that's not really threatening anything. It would be protected by the pawn, but then it's just sitting there and then this pawn can immediately attack it. So I think I want to bring it all the way back and maybe try to double up here. No, they want to trade off another rook. Okay. And then I would just have one rook against a bishop and a knight with a couple of extra pawns. So it doesn't seem like a good idea to trade off just yet, does it? Also, if I take now, and if they take back with... No, I don't know what they would take back with. They could take back 3 different ways if I took the rook now. And they would have the choice of moving this pawn over where it would be joined with the other one, but still not a passed pawn because I have 2 pawns guarding there. Or they could keep that pawn together with the pawn it's already with, its friend over here on the e file, right? Because if they took back with that pawn, then I would... No, that one would still be guarded. Okay. They took back with the bishop. I don't know if it would be better for them to take back, but I know that they have 3 different ways to take back. So I don't think I want to trade off rooks just yet. If I move the rook over here, then they can come down and pin this pawn to my rook. I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm going to hesitate on the rook trade for just... And the computer will probably tell me that the rook trade was definitely the best idea when I run the analysis later. My rook is under attack. Go there, but then they will attack it again, and I would have to come back to here anyway. Do I want them to pull that pawn? That's the thing. I could induce them to move that pawn and then bring the rook back here, or I could just put the rook back here now. But if I put the rook back here now, then that knight's going in there, I think, and then I would have to move the rook back to where it is. Maybe I should have traded rooks. I don't know. Maybe the bot has some kind of plan here. I'm going to move it back one. Oh, it went in there. Okay. Well, then I'm going to... Oh, and that pawn's hanging. Okay. And that's going to be a check. Oh, it didn't go for that pawn. Well, should I go after it then? Now it's going to go back, and then I will pull this back here. Okay. Should I try to break through this way? Because I can't break through the way that I've got. Or this way. They could then just lock that up. Oh, also that would leave this pawn hanging. That's the only thing defending that pawn right now. If I go here and they take and I take, then I've got a passed pawn and I can put a rook behind it. That's my plan. Let's see what happens. They didn't take it. Okay, well, I'm going to pass it and try to put a rook behind it. Like so. Oh, well, they put a stop to that, didn't they? Again, if I move my c pawn, that leaves this pawn undefended. My f pawn has been undefended for a while, but I don't know what I can do about it. I figure if I move the f pawn, the rook can get in here. If the rook comes in here, I could move over to defend that pawn, but then it can go behind the h pawn, and I can't do anything about that. Should I move the rook here and try to push this pawn and break through this way? I don't know. Let's try that. Okay. Okay, once again, the bot is definitely making mistakes and blundering, trying to give me a chance. I'm going to take that pawn, and then I'm going to push it. Okay, I'm not too worried about that pawn because I can always take, right? Also, I can check their king now, but their rook's there. But that would help me get this pawn 1 square over from where their king can't catch both of these, right? Oh, but then that pawn would need another square to advance. Well, what if I guard my a pawn in case I have to move my rook? Then I will think about putting my rook down there on d3. The king has moved. Okay, so I think I should move the pawn then. What if I attacked the rook and got this way? Oh, okay. Really not sure, but I'm going to push that pawn 1 more. Okay, the rook has moved again. That leaves this pawn hanging. Should I take it? I don't know. If I take it, then their knight can be threatening all sorts of things over here. But I can also go threaten their bishop, which looks like it's about to take that pawn. I'm not sure why it hasn't yet. Okay, they want to take that pawn. That's, I guess, okay. Should I threaten their bishop? Wait, I could threaten that pawn, since I don't think I can stop them from taking that one. And in fact, again, not sure why they haven't taken my a pawn yet. I could also threaten this pawn, but then they'll take that and be defending that pawn. So I'm going to come over here and attack their e pawn. Right, I couldn't do anything about that. But the e pawn's the only thing protecting their knight. If I take that, will they be able to fork me? No, because the forking squares would be there, and they would not be able to access either one of those immediately. So I think I should take their e pawn now. And they're about to take that one, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it, but I can take their knight. Now I can take this pawn, and now I have 2 more passed pawns. Should I get out of the way of my h pawn? I think I should, and then push it. Well, I was going to move it here anyway to trade off the rooks. No. Okay, then. Are they going to move the rook now to cover the promotion square? They are. Okay, well then I'm going to take the bishop. That's check. And then that's check. And I'm protecting that pawn. So I think I should go here and try to get rid of their other pawn. How can I push that pawn? Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to get a rook over there and down to g1, right? Let's do that. Because my f rook is protecting both of those pawns right now. So yeah, that's what I need to do right now. I'm threatening their rook. I think they have to take. They did not have to. They went that way. Okay, that's check. They have to take. And then this is mate. Well, I did win, but I'm pretty sure I was behind a lot in that game. I could tell from many of the positions that I was not doing well for a bunch of that game. I am going to run the game review. Okay, it took 55 moves. Wow. But yes, my prediction once we run the game review, which I'm going to click now, is that I did very poorly and the bot did slightly more poorly to help me win. It does show that the bot was ahead quite a bit, and I continued to give away advantages at different points, and the bot gave them back to me. Well, that's what I suspected. Wow. Okay, so basically I lost this game, but the bot was constructed in such a way as to give it back. The bot had one blunder, the bot had 2 blunders, 6 misses, and 2 mistakes, and 9 inaccuracies. I don't have the mental energy to go through every move of this game with Stockfish, so I'm just going to click the game review, start review, and it'll go through and show what mistakes I made, and it'll tell me to guess what I should have played instead, but I'll switch to the analysis board so Stockfish will tell me what I should have played instead. Just a reminder, we know that the game review runs at a lower depth than the analysis tab, but the analysis tab and that method takes a lot longer, so let's do it this way. Okay, so there were 2 book moves. All right, next key move. It didn't stop on my inaccuracy. The bishop was an inaccuracy. And here already, white has a plus 1.2 advantage. That was a mistake to come after the queen. So, because of the rook. I missed this so much. I missed that so often. Should I have played knight to f3 then? I'm just going to guess that's what I should have played, because before that I had a very slight advantage. Oh, I should have either taken their knight. Did I say knight to f3? That's knight to f6. Okay. My best move is to take this knight, and then when they take back, then play knight to f6. Oh, right. If I play knight to f6 now, they get my bishop. That's what I saw. I didn't see this down here, but I did see that my bishop was hanging, and I thought I could protect the bishop and attack the queen at the same time, but I missed that down there. Okay. So should have taken, then played knight to f6. All right. Back to the review. Okay. Yeah. Retry. What I should have played was taking here. Okay. Next move. That was a miss. Retry. Is this where I should have played queen to f6? Yes, I should have played queen to f6 to minimize the damage. I assumed they would have taken my queen and I would have taken back, and then I would have just been a pawn down. Or wait, no, I'm not a pawn down. I just have a pawn missing in a really weird place. Castling was a blunder. Well, that's fun. Should I have played the knight move immediately, threatening both of those pieces? I didn't think so, because I thought the rook would just move over to protect the pawn and itself, and then I wouldn't have gained anything. What was I supposed to do here? I don't know, but let's click over to the analysis board. I was supposed to play the other knight down here. Oh, to guard that spot? To guard c5? I don't know. I didn't think they were going to push it any further because I could just take it so easily, and it wasn't protected. But yeah, knight to d7 or knight to g4. What would knight to g4 have done? Both of those moves would have been fine, or rook to g8. Okay, I do get rook to g8. Putting the rook on the open file, or the semi-open file that their queen created by taking my g-pawn. I've been told that's a really good idea. If the opponent takes your g-pawn but not your rook, you can put the rook on that open file. So maybe I should have been looking for that, but not castling. Sorry, I thought I clicked back to the review tab. Did I not? Yeah, retry. Game review is currently not working. We apologize for the inconvenience and are working to fix it. Well, that happens to me a lot. Hello, Future Shan here. Sorry for the interruption. The video that you're watching went on for quite some time, with the game review continuing to crash and me continuing to struggle to find out blunders, so I'm just going to save you about 15 or 20 minutes and just skip to the end. The good news is that I found out, except for those couple of little blunders at the very beginning of the opening, where I gave away the rook in the corner, or gave away that tactic in the corner, all the blunders after that, all the mistakes after that were very fine-tuned positional pieces in which the analysis tab understood better than the game review. And I took that as encouragement, that I'm doing better. Most of the time, I'm not just hanging pieces or hanging simple tactics. It was actually pretty complex. But again, I was going to save you a lot of time. I'm going to skip to the end. Sorry for the interruption. let's get back to the video. As hard as this was to play this 1325 bot, I will just say now I am not going to go ahead and play the next two because the next two are rated 1650. That's Grandpa Gambit, sorry. I don't know why it's just dotted here. And Maya, which is rated 2050. Never having beaten bots rated 1650 or 2050, I'm just going to skip those. But thank you for spending your time here, and I'll see you next time.